Hello, and welcome to the Press Y podcast, where we're pressing Y. You're with Gunner and Pat, and we're going to get into some gaming.
Oh yeah, and there's plenty of gaming to go around. Mm-hmm.
There's so much gaming. It's a Thanksgiving feast of gaming this week because we had a Nintendo Direct.
Oh boy, I love Nintendo Directs.
I love Nintendo Directs too.
No way. Anyway, what a coincidence. But yeah, so besides just the Direct,
why do we even bother pretending that we're like a full gaming podcast at this point? We're basically just Nintendo.
Pretty much. And then other things that catch our eye. So yeah, there you go. You heard it here, lore people. We're not.
Lore people, write that down.
Write that down right now. So so we got quite a few stories this week, and we're gonna somewhat conclude our discussion with some highlights from the Direct, but we're gonna also talk about some bigger things from the Direct as well that could use like their own slot as a story. So Patrick, you want to start us all off?
Well, before we get into it, I just want to talk about how crazy it was that I was right. Because if you remember, I predicted, with no evidence, a Xenoblade remake. And I thought there wasn't going to be much to it. I thought they were just going to announce that it's in development maybe sometime next year. I totally called it. I 100% totally called it. Go back, check it, check the receipts. I'm a god.
He is a god. And that's something I'm going to get into later because I'm super excited about that remake. But I don't want to talk about it too much now because I really want to talk about it later.
I just want to make sure that all people who are listening know that I'm a god.
Yeah, I was almost a god. I almost guessed that we were going to get another Assassin's Creed remaster. And we did.
But you didn't because you're an idiot.
I had that idea in my head. I was like, no, we're going to get Plants vs. Zombies. Just have an idea in my head. And I should have guessed Assassin's Creed. Should have got that thought out there because I would have been dead right with some internet street cred. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about this week, Nintendo released a trailer for a new fitness device.
We've got Wii Fit 2, baby.
It's like Wii Fit Remastered Switch Edition or something. I don't know what it is, but it's they posted a YouTube video.
It's Wii Fit U Deluxe for Nintendo Switch.
Exactly, but it's a ring. Okay, so it's a ring, and you put a Joy-Con in it, and so
you say ring, that makes it sound like it's not like a ring that goes around your finger. Yeah. It's like a big hoop.
It's like a big hoop, not like hula hoop sized kind of hoop, but I don't even know what to compare it to. It's kind of like a 35-pound plate or something, and like at the gym, and so it kind of looks like that, but it's hollow in the middle and it bends. And so you put the Joy-Con in it, and so the IR sensor supposedly on the Joy-Con as well as the motion will interact with whatever the game or whatever product they're using is on the screen. So there's that aspect of it. And they released a trailer where they're going around the world, different places, different cities, with all different kinds of people using it and staying active. But it's just strange. And there was like a leg strap attachment as well that you like holster a Joy-Con to your leg. So,
and I'm going to be honest, the leg strap was hot. It was hot.
I wasn't thinking about it like that.
I downloaded the trailer.
You downloaded the trailer?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Nintendo, they're always about those fitness devices. So we've had, obviously had the Wii Fit board in the past, and now I guess this is the next generation of getting.
And of course, you got exercise from the Wii U gamepad by throwing it against the wall and saying, "Why the hell does this console exist?"
Exactly. So, but yeah, that's what Nintendo just decided to release this week outside of the Direct. Very strange. Ooh, Patrick, you were just texting me so excited about this. What's next?
We've got SNES games for the Switch, baby.
Oh yeah.
And oh boy, am I ready. First of all, the SNES is weird because we have a lot of like games that are basically just NES games with better resolution and they still kind of suck.
You're right.
Like Gunner knows I am not a fan of the NES.
Neither of us are, actually. I hate NES games. The only one I like is Super Mario Bros. 3.
I'm a huge fan of the SNES, but we didn't get a lot of the titles are still just basically like old school bad game design, but we did get
there's a lot of good ones in there. There's like F-Zero,
we got
Mario World.
A lot of good ones. F-Zero, Star Fox, Super Mario World, Yoshi's Island, Link to the Past.
Oh yes, and Stunt Race FX was on there. I believe this is the first time it's ever been re-released, which is super interesting.
Yeah, there was one other big one. Shoot, what is it? I forgot now. But Kirby's Dream Land 3.
Yeah.
It's a fun Kirby game. Oh, Super Mario Kart, which isn't great to play these days,
But you
but
can
still
play it
cool to have it.
multiplayer, which is cool, like online
Yeah,
online multiplayer, which is super cool. Like
and the
super super
online
cool.
multiplayer works surprisingly well
Yeah. So
because the NES had some pretty bad slowdown. The NES Online, I'm sorry, when it was released last year, but this seems to be working great.
yeah, I mean their servers
Um,
and their other systems are constantly evolving, so I'm not
mhm.
too surprised by
And
that.
I can't remember if this was in the NES one, but in the main menu, you have an option to do 4:3 pixel perfect or a CRT filter.
Yeah,
Was that
I
was that in the NES?
yeah, that was in the NES one. Yeah.
Okay. I barely touched the NES app,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I
Same here. I
yeah.
actually haven't even. I have the Super Nintendo app downloaded. I just haven't opened it because I've been busy with Astral Chain. But
Yeah, I've like I'm actually worried I'm not gonna get to Astral Chain again because I've been playing so much SNES, but the games look and run fantastic, especially in that pixel perfect mode. Ooh, they are so good. They look fantastic, they sound fantastic. I am bummed that it is the SNES version of Super Mario World because in the GBA version, every time you get a power up, he goes, "Just what I needed," and I loved that. It was
yeah.
great, but still great to have them, especially with that 8-bit do controller. Don't have to
Oh
buy a
yeah, that
Nintendo.
was another weird thing. So yeah, Nintendo, like they did with the NES Online, they released the NES controller set. Well, this time they're releasing individual Super Nintendo controllers that connect like the same way as a Pro controller. Um, 8-bit do already does that. I mean, if you really want to pay for a Nintendo one, just for I guess collection sake, sure. But honestly, there's no other reason to buy the Nintendo one over the 8-bit do one. It's going to be more readily
Yeah,
available, and even if and you can go and go ahead and do like what I did instead of just getting one with a D-pad, get it with the joysticks as well in the SN30 Pro, and then you get the best of both worlds of a real controller and a Super Nintendo controller. So I wasn't surprised that they released their own, but I was kind of surprised that they didn't dock to the side of the Switch like the NES controllers did. I thought that that was
I'm not because you SNES controllers had the shoulder buttons.
they do, but I don't know. After seeing them do that with this NES controllers, I was kind of convinced that it might be something they do, but I don't know. But
But the games feel fantastic playing with that big old D-pad on the SNES style 8-bit do. I mean, it's a real treat. Oh, Super Metroid's also on there. How
Super
could I forget Super
Metroid,
Metroid?
that yeah, that was the one you were
Wow.
thinking of. Uh,
Yeah, Super Metroid is one of my favorite games of all time, but I guess not. I guess I'm a fake fan because I forgot to mention it. But um, I mean, this is great. It legitimately feels worth it to have um Nintendo Switch
yeah,
Online now. I mean,
outside of just playing Smash
NES
or
games.
Splatoon, yeah.
Okay, cool. I have Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, 3, but yeah, I mean, the four games like just Super Mario World, Yoshi's Island, A Link to the Past, and Super Metroid are worth the price of admission alone.
Yeah.
And you get others; they're more releasing.
Yeah, it's just
Gunnar, you were kind of upset about that, weren't you?
yeah. So there actually there are more games coming out. Well, I'm not upset that more games are coming out, but I was disappointed that they're actually breaking the 1 month cycle. So every month they would release a new NES game on the NES Online. Well, now it's new games coming out, but they said that it's going to be on an erratic schedule. They didn't say erratic, but that's what it's going to be. It's not on a schedule. They're just going to release them when they want. So I'm sure we'll eventually see games like Earthbound and other popular Super Nintendo titles come out down the line, but there's not the. I think Nintendo's really missing an opportunity here in building hype each month for. Oh wait, which new Super Nintendo game is going to come out? Um,
Well, see, I kind of disagree with you on that because I mean, if you look at the NES Online monthly schedule, I mean, you were just getting some garbage bottom of the barrel
Yeah, but the
games.
thing is Super Nintendo games are widely considered so much better, and there's so many more
Yeah, I
classics
know,
on
but
it.
okay, so what other classics are we missing?
Yeah, I guess
Donkey
you're
Kong
right.
Country Trilogy,
Donkey Kong Country,
Earthbound,
Earthbound, Star Fox 2.
Star Fox 2, I guess, but that's not even
Yeah, I
I
guess you're
mean
right. Yeah. I can see what you're
I mean,
saying.
those are the 4 games that we're missing. We're gonna get those, and then we're gonna start getting Super Soccer, Super Football, whatever. I mean, we already have Super Soccer, but,
Yeah. No, I got
whatever.
I kind of see what you're saying. So yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. And there'll still be hype regardless, but um
Yeah, and I think the hype that you're gonna get for Earthbound, DKC trilogy, like that's all gonna be. I think the hype around those alone is gonna be more than the monthly NES games when we're getting Tecmo Bowl 2 Rise of the White Witch. Like, it's just,
Yeah.
I'm not upset it's not going to be a monthly schedule, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, and
Because
I
the only
respect your
thing,
view on it. Yeah.
that's not there that I want is DKC Trilogy.
Which
And
have you played those, like the Game Boy ports or anything?
I was going to play the Game Boy ports,
Okay.
but then you said if you play the Game Boy ports, you're not experiencing the real game, you idiot, you
That
stupid
actually
idiot.
is true.
It's not
When I
true.
had
It's not.
I had DKC 1 and 2 when I was a kid on the GBA, and I mean as a kid I didn't know the difference, but I replayed Donkey Kong Country 1 on my Super Nintendo Mini, and it's I mean like the art and the music is completely different. Like it's the Game Boy Advance port is good. It's not a bad port, but it genuinely is different. But it's such an atmospheric game. You're really missing out whenever you're not
I
playing
mean,
it on.
people say the same thing about Yoshi's Island that you're not getting the same experience. I'm probably a third of the
Well,
way through on SNES Online, and I played the whole thing on my Game Boy. And honestly, the differences are so minimal
yeah.
that
Well, the thing about
it
Donkey
doesn't
Kong
bother
Country though is it's so atmospheric. I mean, Yoshi's Island has like a really interesting art style and all that, but it's Donkey Kong Country super atmospheric, and I think it benefits from the original hardware than the
I
port
mean,
version.
I'm not saying that the GBA version is
All I'm
unplayable.
saying is you're wrong, and let's move on. Okay.
We should move on.
Yeah. So next thing we mentioned Astral Chain earlier. I've been really enjoying that game. It's been pretty fun so
It's
far.
fantastic. It is so good.
It's really really high quality, really top notch. And
Except when Lappy asks you to take a picture of
that
her because
was
that was
yeah,
weird.
yeah, that was a little weird.
I took a picture zoomed in on her crotch and it did not take it.
All right, well that's getting cut. Anyway, um,
Why is it getting cut?
it's just a little weird, dude. Take a picture of doggy wiener. Um, so Astral Chain's a good game. I think it's a success. Well, you want to know who else thinks it's a success, Patrick?
Platinum Games,
Platinum
baby.
Games. They think it's a success as well. So it was actually number one this week in the UK on the UK sales charts, as well as number two in Japan. This comes from NintendoLife.com, and good for Platinum Games. This was a Nintendo exclusive. Obviously, there were some people bombing it on Metacritic for it being a Nintendo exclusive, but I'm really happy that it's working out for them, and that they said that it's likely going to be a trilogy moving forward if it was a success, and to them it is a success. So that's exciting because again, I'm really really enjoying the game, and after I play Astral Chain, I'm gonna probably pick up Bayonetta and play some other Platinum games
Have
as
you
well.
played it in handheld mode at all, Gunner?
Actually, yeah. I'm home this weekend from university, and I brought my Switch with me, and I played a little bit in handheld mode yesterday. It actually looks pretty good. It runs.
It looks fantastic, but the Joy Cons are just a little small.
I mean, they are for pretty much all games mobile, but
I know, but it's like just the number of times you have to reach down to the right
uh
stick.
huh. Yeah,
It gets
yeah, yeah,
really
yeah, yeah.
cramped.
That's fair. And also,
But it looks and runs fantastic on handheld mode.
it runs. I actually watched the Digital Foundry analysis on this, and they said it runs native 720p in handheld mode. I believe without dynamic resolution as well. No, it has dynamic resolution, and then it doesn't have any anti-aliasing though. So it kind of, in some ways, it reminds me of Breath of the Wild in mobile form, just because it has kind of a pixely look in some places, even though it's really crisp since it's in its native resolution. But it looks fantastic. But yeah, I've been really enjoying the game. Patrick's been really enjoying the game. So yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, I mean,
Another.
it's a success for if Platinum Games holds to their word, we're getting two more. So
Please, please, please. Well, Platinum Games and Nintendo really, but
yeah, well, we're getting Astral Chain 2, The Nightmare Prince. So
it'd be pretty sick, dude. Next thing, Overwatch on the Switch. So this was also one of the direct announcements. They actually opened the direct with this reveal. Everyone kind of knew about it. We reported on it, I believe, last time as well. I mean, we all knew after seeing the officially licensed case that it was coming. But now Blizzard has confirmed it. It's coming out in October, very soon, very very soon. Believe it's October 12th. I'll have to double
it's 15th,
15th. Okay,
October
yeah.
15th. Yep.
So coming out really soon. They also just what's his face, Niza Ferez. He's a communications director for Blizzard. Confirmed that it runs at 900p docked, 720p in handheld mode. The interesting thing though is it's locked at 30 frames a second, and for a competitive shooter, it's a kind of a big deal. It's not like with other shooters you can get away with 30 frames per second. It's not that it's not a huge issue, but for something that's very Twitch based and very reactionary, 60 FPS does make a really huge difference. As well with gyro controls. Gyro controls feel significantly smoother whenever you have a 60 frames per second refresh rate. So they probably did this just, some of the ults in the game will cause some slowdown, at least on PC. That's my only experience with the game. But other than that, I mean, it looks, just based off of the little bit of footage from the trailer, it looks really nice. And I'm sure this is going to just sell so much. But
Yeah, and I mean, um, in terms of the 30 FPS, like, yeah, it's kind of a bummer for those who play competitively, but also people who are going to be playing on their Switch aren't competitive for
uh,
the most part. For
well,
the most part, if you're playing Overwatch competitively, you have a better machine to play it on.
yeah, I guess so. But like people who still want to play it seriously, because I mean, I'm sure you'll have that different demographic. But just for the gameplay overall, it makes a huge difference. It makes it.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, but it wasn't like Fortnite came out and people were
Well, that
super
started
upset.
as 30 FPS on other consoles though, and
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, I don't know if it's going to be a huge deal. Like, it's not going to dissuade anyone
oh
from
no no
getting the
no
game.
no, I'm saying it's a disappointment. I'm not saying it's a deal
Yeah,
breaker. I just, and especially comparing it to Paladins, from High Res Studios, that got released on the Switch like what 2 years ago at this point, and that runs at 60 frames a second. So I don't know. It's interesting to see them not compete in that way, but whatever.
yeah, and another thing about it that might come as a disappointment is that there's no cross-platform progression. So you're gonna have to buy all those loot boxes, all those alts, and
Bummer,
everything
kid. That
once again,
yeah.
and that's it. We're not getting into loot boxes.
So no loot
They're
boxes. As
just
much as we absolutely love the topic of loot boxes, we're not going to delve into it. So, but
I just want an episode where we don't mention loot boxes or
we can just have
microtransactions.
like well that, and then we can have a loot box special where we just talk about the loot box situation for the year. No, we should do that for like our end of the year special. Um,
We say the same thing that we've said in
every
every episode
single
so
episode.
far.
Yeah, yeah,
We think they're unethical, but this is implemented pretty
yeah.
well. It doesn't affect the base gameplay.
Yeah. All right, you want to talk about some special little Joy Cons before I talk about Smash Bros?
Yeah, sure. So Nintendo filed a patent in Japan for a hinged Joy-Con, and Gunnar, do you think you can throw the picture up on the screen while
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
talking about
I'll
it?
do that.
So it's kind of weird looking. It could end up being nothing. Companies file patents for stuff like this all the time. We had that scrolling Joy-Con at the beginning of the Switch's life cycle, or at the beginning of its development cycle. I'm sorry. Um, this could be nothing, or it could be for a new Switch model. It could be somehow compatible with the current Switch. It looks mostly like it's just going to be for ergonomics,
That's what I was. Yeah,
because that has been a complaint for some people with the Joy Cons. I haven't had huge problems with it other than Astral Chain. Like I mentioned, that's the first time I've really thought like, oh, I need to play this game with a pro controller. Um, but it looks cool. It looks interesting. But ultimately, could be nothing. Could be for the Switch 2. Could be for a new Switch
you mean
model.
the
Who knows?
Super Switch? As
Yeah,
I
the Super
promise
Switch,
you, it'll be called.
the Super Switch Entertainment
Yeah,
System. But it looks cool. Um, yeah, not much to say.
yeah, and it's
But
also important to keep in mind that companies will always file these kinds of patents, and again, it's like you may or may not see it eventually. So if one day if they want to make a hinged Joy-Con, they'll make a hinged Joy-Con. But it also could be that we never see this ever again in
yeah, I
production.
mean the scrolling shoulder buttons on the Joy Cons that we saw. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibilities. We'll see that in the future, but it wasn't part of the base Switch like people thought it would be.
Exactly. So, but it is
So
cool to see what
take it with a grain of salt.
Nintendo's cooking up down there, up
But
there,
this is
wherever they
this
are.
is from Nintendo Direct, not Nintendo Direct, but directly from Nintendo.
Right.
This isn't a rumor or anything. So they have it. They have the patent.
Yeah.
So it's
It is in
it's
their hand. It's
possible.
possible. Yeah. So let's see what else. So Smash. Oh boy. So we got the 5.0 update that was announced actually during the direct. And they led off by they led off by doing a release date announcement for Banjo. And they released him actually the day of the direct. So started playing Banjo last week. Very, very fun character. God, I can't remember who it was. Someone online I saw say it made a really good point because this is how I was feeling. I just didn't know how to put it into words. Is Banjo feels like he's part of the base roster, and he doesn't feel like you paid money for him. Like Joker and Hero are very flashy and have their own very like distinct fighting styles and distinct things you can do with them that are very different from the rest of the like base cast. But Banjo just feels like he was part of the game or should have been part of the game from the get go. And I'm really, really enjoying him. He's actually been one of the most fun. He's made it the Smash the most fun for me since Ultimate
Oh,
has been
he's
out.
fun as hell.
He's
I don't know
so
if
much
he's
fun. No,
fantastic.
I
I'm
don't
not
even think
into.
he's a
I'm
great
not.
character. I really don't think he's a
No.
great character. But I think,
I mean, he's balanced well.
oh,
He's not like
definitely,
terrible,
definitely,
but he's not. He's no like SS tier, but he is fun.
he's no Joker. Joker's very good.
Using those Wonder Wings,
Dude, that is like it's
so
like
much
the
fun.
noob destroyer. Because
Yeah.
yeah, but it's fun. It's really fun. I'm actually making a Banjo video right now, as our first Smash video because I want to ride that hype train and get some views. But other than that, let's see. So there were some patches or I'm sorry, some like changes to the game and in the patch notes. Main one that I like, really the only one I think that's significant is they fixed the glitch that you've probably experienced but never really realized. If you air dodge, like do a directional air dodge, and you continue to hold R when you land, or whatever your shield button is, then you'll roll or do a spot dodge depending on which direction you were just inputting. And they got rid of that. So now you can air dodge and continue to hold R, and you'll land and just pull up shield. You don't it doesn't buffer like a roll or a spot dodge anymore. Thank God, because I can't tell you how many times that didn't necessarily screw me over, but it makes you feel like you don't have control over your character. Other big thing, Terry Bogard was announced. Yay! No, there's so much not hype for this character.
It's not even hate. It's just not hype.
It's just not hype. Yeah, like I
But
am on. I do not care that he's in the game. I don't mind that
and
he's
I
in the
think
game, but
yeah, I think Arlo made this point, but I think they kind of knew that there wasn't going to be any hype because they immediately were like, "Oh, we're also working on more
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah,
DLC
they
fighters."
literally said it. Yeah, yeah. Like right after the
In his reveal trailer, they're like, "We're also working on new
yeah,
characters."
they're
So
like, I
they,
wonder who the fifth one is. But not just the fifth one. What about all the other ones that we haven't told you about that we're just now announcing? So
yeah. So I mean, it's awesome that we're getting even more DLC fighters. I mean, this game is going to be. We're going to spend so much money on
and
this game by the time
how
it's
many
done.
characters are we at now? Oh God, is it almost 80 or is it 75? I'm gonna check after the podcast. I'll probably put it on the
Yeah,
screen.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
It's high 70s,
yeah. But
I think.
it's the
But
game.
I mean, Terry Bogard, I truly have no opinion
Do you think this
on
is
him.
gonna be like the last Smash game for like the next 10 years? At
Yes,
least it has to be. There's no way that
it's
it's not.
definitely going to be the last one Sakurai's working
It,
on.
yeah, at least. Man, I don't even know because that's the thing is like he constantly comes back after saying that he doesn't want to do anymore or he's gonna take a break or he's gonna.
But this one
It's
is
such a big
truly
deal.
it,
It's such a.
I mean, it's truly the ultimate Smash Brothers.
It's his
It has
magnum opus.
everything in it.
It's literally
Yeah.
his magnum opus to not just the series, but just as his time as a game developer, I'd say. But yeah, so go check out 5.0 update and check our channel. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to get the video up pretty soon so I can still try to ride some of the hype. But yeah, definitely go play that new
Um,
update. You got
this was a smaller announcement. It came in the Sakurai video after the direct, but you got a Sans costume
Oh
and an
god!
Undertale
Oh my
song,
god! Oh my god! Yeah, I'm putting
which
that on screen as well.
which is awesome. I mean,
It's
it's
hideous.
a me Gunner costume, so it's not great, but the Megalovania remix is so good. And apparently, Toby Fox went to Sakurai's house and just kicked his ass in
Yeah,
Smash.
and then Sakurai drove him home apparently.
Yeah, and he was playing the Smash soundtrack, which is so funny. I like to
Oh,
imagine Sakurai pulling his Switch out of his pocket and putting the aux in. He's like, "I developed this. It took 3 months of using it."
but seriously, like, how cool would that be? You're just like your character from your little indie game that turned into just this huge phenomenon gets to be in Smash Bros. To some degree, and a song. But I don't know. It's cool. When I played a lot of Elite Smash. Hint hint for what the video is going to be. To get Banjo into Elite Smash and saw some Sans along the way. It's kind of weird, not gonna lie, but good for Toby Fox. All right, let's move on. We're talk about we got some releases coming up. Hit us up, Patrick.
My Friend Pedro, a Devolver Digital game. I'm a big fan of Devolver Digital. Getting a physical release
Heck yeah, because
on
that's been
in
digital for a while.
November.
Yeah.
19th, I believe. It's gotten pretty good reviews. I haven't played it yet.
I played it for
I'm
like a
probably gonna
minute.
wait.
It's pretty fun.
I'm gonna wait until the physical release at this point, but that's kind of cool. And then we've got Celeste Chapter 9 coming out
Ooh,
Monday.
baby.
This Monday, 2 days, or I guess tomorrow when we post this. But um, very excited for
Is
that.
that
Celeste is
DLC?
one of yes,
Okay.
but it's free.
Oh, it is. Okay. Because I
Yes,
just
as
got
far I believe it's free. I'm not entirely sure.
okay. Because I just got
But
Celeste for free on Epic Game Store.
yeah, Celeste is so good. It's probably one of my top three 2D platformers of all time.
Oh, nice.
It is so good.
Yeah. Well, I'll need to get on that.
Excluding Metroidvanias.
Yeah. 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 But yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out then. Because I love 2D platformers, but really my go-to 2D platformer for the past while has just been Super Mario Maker. But yeah, I got Celeste for free a couple weeks ago. I can't remember when I texted you, but I saw that it was
Hmm.
free on the Epic Game Store. There's
But
actually,
Celeste is also getting a physical release at some point in
I
the
thought
near
they already
future.
had that.
Well, there was a limited run.
But are they doing just like a straight up full?
They're doing, yeah, they're doing a full
Oh,
release
good for them.
of a physical. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
excited. I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because
Yeah.
awesome. Let me take a look through here through our list of topic. Oh, wow, that's it. So, well, other than the direct discussion, so you want to kind of quickie our way through this.
Yeah, we doing rapid fire?
Rapid fire, but we can touch on some of the bigger ones, or at least ones that actually stood out to us. So this
All right.
the things that I wrote down here for a direct discussion aren't all the games that were announced during the direct, just something that I had a comment on.
All
So go
right.
ahead. You want to talk about
Rapid fire. Pew
pew pew
pew
pew
pew
pew
pew.
pew?
So, Luigi's Mansion looks even better than before, but they kind of showed off everything, I think, unless they're keeping something in their back pocket.
I hope
There's a
they
whole
are.
bunch of locations. They've got Ejo,
Icho
Egypt, Disco, pirate themed restaurant, Argma mateys, Screen Park mode. That's like a 4v4 multiplayer thing. You can play as Team
Luigi.
Luigi or Team Gooigi. We've got Super Kirby Clash. It's a free to start Kirby boss rush. Blarg. Trials of Mana remake. We've known about that for a while. Return of the Obra Dinn coming to Switch. Little Town Hero coming out like in the next few weeks.
And Toby Fox did the
And
music for that. Speaking of him,
yeah, Toby Fox did the music, which is awesome. He's a music composer by trade. Um, and the music in Undertale is phenomenal. So
fantastic.
I'm not into like RTS or turn-based strategy games, but I might pick this up just for the music. Um, we've got Tokyo Mirage Sessions, FE Sharp, Sharp FE U Deluxe for Nintendo Switch, whatever it is. Wii U port,
Don't you
the
just love
Mirage
Fire
Session.
Emblem? I love Fire Emblem, dude.
I hate
Don't you
Fire
love
Emblem
Fire
so
Emblem
much.
crossed over with
Yeah,
freaking can't remember the name of the Atlas series now.
Doki Doki Panic.
Yeah, whatever.
A lot of people don't know this, but the Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE port is actually a reskin of Doki Doki Panic.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
All
that.
right. Rapid
Yeah,
fire.
go.
Pew pew.
Go.
We got Doom 64. They did a whole little thing for it. I have not played it, but I might pick it up. Rogue Company, a new shooter from High Res Studios, the guy who did Smite and Paladins. It looks like Fortnite. Pokemon. Oh god.
Don't you just love? No, no. Here, I got you. I got you. I got you, man. So yeah, Pokemon. The only thing I got from the Pokemon announcements was that there's 100 types of curry and rice that you can make in the game, and you enter them into your curry decks. Yeah, good work. Okay, moving on.
So just to be clear, you do not have all the Pokemon. You have assets ripped directly from Ocarina of Time, but you can fill out your curry decks.
You have your curry decks.
Also, one of their big selling points was that you can customize your character, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, you
I'm
shouldn't be able to
I'm
customize your
I'm
character at
legitimately
all.
considering
Yeah.
not getting this game. I'm not looking forward to it at all.
Well, cancel that pre-order.
Yeah, I might.
Yeah.
All
What
right.
else?
Back to rapid fire. We got Damon X Machina. They're doing a new demo. It comes out next week, right,
No, I
Gunnar?
thought it came out the day of. Wait, let me double check that.
No, I'm sorry. The full game comes out next
Oh,
week.
full game. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, so they did a new demo because the first demo they did was not received super well. They made a bunch of changes. They're doing another demo, but I kind of feel like this game's time may have passed. I feel like it's kind of going to
It's a
flop.
weird. It's like it kind of it dips in and out of the spotlight. It's really weird.
I feel like we've been talking about it forever.
Yeah, like a long, long time.
Yeah.
I don't know if they really knew what they were doing with it, or if it just wasn't
Mm-mm.
shaping up very well, or what. But
I think when they started, their vision was much different than what we have right now.
yeah.
Clearly, I mean, they redid it and put out a new demo. It's weird.
So we'll see because that game comes out
Um,
soon.
Animal Crossing, not a whole lot of new info in the direct, but got a nice little fun
And
trailer.
gameplay.
It looks great.
It's so pretty. Like it's such a pretty game. But all your Animal Crossing staples are in there. But it looks fun. I love Animal Crossing. It's one of the games I've played since I was just like a little kid. I had it on the GameCube as well, and on my DS and subsequent consoles. So I'm really excited for this. It comes out 3 days before my birthday next year, so March 20th. Oh, okay. All right. And the thing that ended off the direct is actually where I'm gonna start our what we're pressing Y for this week, because I am definitely pressing Y for this. Is Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. They're completely remaking Xenoblade Chronicles in what looks to be the XC2 engine. And I'm super excited. Xenoblade Chronicles is one of my favorite games of all time. I played it on the 3DS, not the optimal way to play it, but still fantastic freaking game. Just incredible worlds, incredible characters, a really actually somewhat deep story in the first game. It's like the span of the world just continues to increase, and everything in it's just super, super interesting. And I'm super excited for Xenoblade Definitive Edition, and it looks like they're bringing back some cut content as well, like the little
They definitely are.
yeah, the in game scene that they showed from the trailer was actually a piece of concept art for the original game. So that's so cool. That's so cool that they're bringing back cut content and giving people.
I am not pressing Y for this though because I just bought the 3DS version.
Poor fellow. How much was it again?
I paid like 45.
That's ridiculous, dude.
I was about to play it,
so
and then I saw this direct, and I was like, "Damn it, I can't."
Yeah,
I'm just gonna wait.
I said you could borrow my 3DS. I had it downloaded on it, but it's okay. It's okay. But here's the thing: is that you do get to experience the game at what's probably going to be its best form.
No, it's fine.
I wonder if they're. And this is also one of my questions for it. Is like if they're re-recording all the lines, or if they're just using the original lines and just recording some new lines. But the game looks awesome, fantastic. I'm excited. 2020, Let's do it, baby. What are you pressing Y for this week?
Just like last week, I'm gonna press Y for Astral Chain because I've actually played it a little bit now.
Cop out.
I know. But now that I've actually played it, this game is so good. It is so unique. The gameplay, the art style. The art style is not the most unique thing in the world, but the implementation is unique. The story is cool. And it's just cool to see Nintendo backing they did it with Bayonetta too. But it's different, and it feels distinctly Platinum and distinctly Nintendo, but it feels different, and I am loving it. And I wish my Joy-Cons were like half an inch bigger so that I could play it in handheld, but can't get everything. But it's fantastic. I am loving it.
One of the things I really like UI design and just
the
everything.
UI design in this game is
so good. It's so smooth. Like the animations, the transitions, everything in it. It feels as if,
and it's so seamlessly integrated into the gameplay and story, which I love.
It makes you feel like how you have like the iris system in the game for the Batman Arkham kind of stuff. It almost feels like that, like part of your HUD or whatever. It just naturally or like the menus are part of your HUD and it just kind of flows into the game.
Yeah, I felt the same way about Breath of the Wild because that was you're using the Sheikah slate for your menus and everything, and it's cool to see the UI and just player to game interaction be like pretty seamlessly integrated into the game itself. And I'm a real slut for that. I'll say it.
It's an awesome game. It's definitely a AAA quality from Platinum. So any other thoughts for this week?
No, that sale of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze for the Wii U fell through. So once again, it is on the table.
Yeah.
Please.
Well, I'm not helping you out with that, buddy.
I know.
Anyway, thank you guys for listening. Again, we love doing this show with y'all. With each other and for y'all. But check us out next week. Hopefully we're getting that Smash video up soon because we like views and we want to ride that hype train, baby. So but this is this week's episode of the Press Y Podcast. Remember to like, subscribe. Patrick, what else are they gonna do?
We're gonna comment.
Oh, but what else?
We're gonna share. We're gonna share with our friends, baby.
What's that little icon next to subscribe?
Oh, what? It's groovy. I know that.
Yeah. I think it goes
It's
ding-a-ling-a-ling, something like that.
It goes ring, 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 ring.
Yeah, hit that bell.
Hit the bell.
Hit the
please.
bell.
Please. Oh my God.
Stay up on Press Y Podcast and follow us on Twitter. Even though we don't tweet.
If you don't hit the bell, I will cut off my arm.
Right now, write that down, Lord people. All right, see you guys. Bye.